What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I just got back from seeing Thunderbolts, and I loved this movie. I loved it. I loved this movie so much. Like, dude, it's not as, like, Deadpool and Wolverine is still my favorite MCU movie that they've ever done. Um, this movie... This movie is like the second best movie since Avengers Endgame that I've personally seen. But the three best movies to me since Avengers Endgame in the MCU have been Deadpool and Wolverine, Spider-Man No Way Home, and then this movie. This movie was incredible. Oh, and just to let you know, this video will have spoilers in it. So, this is mainly, like, it's an ensemble movie, but it's mainly Yelena's movie. It's mainly Black Widow's movie. And, she kills it, bro. Florence Pugh kills, the whole cast kills it. Like, a lot of this movie, like, it has some funny moments, but it's telling a story about mental health. It's telling a story about how all these people are damaged, but they have to save the world. And we'll get to Century in a minute because they did a phenomenal job of Century, and that was my biggest concern with this movie. Are they gonna depower Century? And they didn't depower Century. Like, Century kicks ass in this movie, even though he's the villain. He kicks ass in this movie, bro. Oh, and stay into... We'll talk about the post-credit scene in a minute. This is going to be a long video, guys, just to let y'all know. But, let's talk about it. So, Yelena steals the show in this movie, in my opinion. Oh, and Wyatt Russell as John Walker is still the lovable dick. Yeah, I called him that. His humor is very funny, but he's also a big dick in this movie. And, for me, like, the action scenes, bro, were really good. Oh, and one of my things that I know this sounds effed up, but I'll explain why once I'm done saying it. One of the things that I'm glad they did, they killed Taskmaster. And people are like, if you are like, no, why are you glad that they killed somebody off? I'm glad they killed somebody off because when they do, well, my prediction is that they're gonna do a reboot of the MCU after Avengers Secret Wars. They can actually do a comic book accurate version of Taskmaster who can take on Captain America and take on Iron Man, or take on Silver Sable and Daredevil and like all the greatest fighters in the MCU. He can take them on. This Taskmaster, it was good, but it's kind of funny because even my dad, shout out to my dad for taking me to this movie. He's like, they killed off Taskmaster in the first 15 minutes of a movie. I'm like, yes, they did. Right? And, yeah, so Taskmaster is dead. Right? So, and then the movie is, again, it's about damaged people becoming family, right? So it's a lot of this movie is about mental health. It still has like some Marvel humor, but it's more of a serious tone. Like, it goes from, like, it's like an old MCU movie where they're not trying to be too funny, they're not trying to be too serious. They balance it really well. And yeah. So my favorite scene in this movie was when Century... If you guys don't know why I'm so hype about Century, I'll tell you guys in a minute. When Century wrecks everybody, right? AKA the Void. When Century / the Void wrecks everybody. So, they're all going up to stop Valentina, right? Who's technically the main villain of this movie, guys. Like, she's pulling Bob's strings, Robert Reynolds' strings, because Robert Reynolds has mental health issues, right? So she kind of manipulates him into becoming, like, her attack dog, right? Like, so she's like, Century or Bob, kill them, right? And, or take them in. I forget what she says. But then, like, they all try to fight Century. And if you don't know who Century is, Century's, like, one of the most, probably, well, not the most Wanda's the most powerful MCU character that they've ever done, right? Especially now. But, Century is, like, one of the most powerful characters in Marvel Comics, bro. Like, he's one of Marvel's, like, Superman answers to Superman. Except he has two personalities. He has Century, the good guy, and he has the Void. And the Void has powers of shadow, so, like, he can take you in and make you relive your past. And he's, like, the bad guy. And then, you have Century, right? Century wipes the floor with the thunderbolts, or yeah, I'll get into what they're called at the like end when I talk about the post credit scenes. But he wipes the floor with the event with the thunderbolts, and bruh. Like, my biggest concern with this movie, when they announced Century as a villain, you guys know I'm a comic book nerd, right? So my biggest concern with the movie is they weren't going to do Century properly because it was Century versus, like, a bunch of super soldiers, basically, right? They did do Century and the Void properly. And shout out to Louis Pullman? Yeah, I think that's his name. Louis Pullman plays Bob, Century, and the Void. And this dude has range as an actor. Like, they all have range as an actor. Especially Florence Pugh and him, right? They all have range as an actor. Like, this is a great cast. And, yeah. So basically what happens is Yelena and Bob are, like, Yelena's starting to become friends with Bob, so she goes into the Void, and the Void is basically what Sentry becomes when he's evil, right? And, she tries to get, the Bob out of the Void so Bob can stop Sentry, right? And Sentry's trying to bait Bob, like, what are you gonna do, Bob? You're a weak Bob. I'm stronger than you, Bob, right? And Yelena goes, you're stronger than this, Bob, right? And then Bucky, Red Guardian, Ghost, and, Bucky, Red Guardian, Ghost, and, John Walker all come in and help Yelena, like, free Bob. And then they're like, you good, Bob? And Bob doesn't remember, like, Bob, for those of y'all that don't know why I keep calling him Bob is what they call him in the movie, and Bob is short for Robert. I didn't know that, but I guess that's how it is. And, so Bob, says, yeah, I'm good, I just don't remember what happened. And then they go to arrest Val, and Val goes, ladies and gentlemen, your new Avengers. So, there's gonna be two different competing Avengers teams. There's gonna be Sam Wilson's Avengers team, and there's gonna be, Val's, aka Yelena's, aka Bucky's Avengers team, right? And then, but out of this movie, I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. And, oh yes, we need to talk about the post-credit scene. So, the first one, you guys need to stay into the very, 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 very end. And I'm not joking. Like, this scene is very, 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 very important. So, and I told you this is gonna have spoilers in it. So, the, they're all in the new Avengers Tower, because Val rebuilt the Avengers Tower since she has a new Avengers now, right? And, they're all like, Sam's mad. Sam Wilson's mad about us being the Avengers. He wants to sue Val to put a trademark on the Avengers name so he can use it. And we're all trying to figure out, what are we gonna call ourselves? How are we gonna like? And Bucky's like, I've tried to talk to Sam and it didn't go very well. And yeah, so then they're like, spacecraft coming to Earth in T-5 minutes. And then you keep hearing this spacecraft coming to Earth in T-minus blah 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 blah. And then they're like, and then eventually it gets close enough, and then they're like, and then like we see the space shuttle, and it turns to the side, and you see a big 4 on it. Yes, baby, the Fantastic Four are coming to the MCU. Because if you guys didn't know, like, and obviously I see every Marvel thing and every DC thing that comes out. So, but the Fantastic Four mainly takes place in a different universe. So this confirms it, even though like people like myself knew that they would eventually come to the MCU, right? That was my theory. That was everybody including me's theory. Right, this confirms that they come to the MCU. But I don't think that's the end of this scene. I think it's the five Fantastic Four. I think Franklin Richards is born at this point. I think it's Reed. I think it's Sue. I think it's Johnny. I think it's Ben. But I also think maybe it's either Doctor Doom or that also tagged along, or it's Galactus and Silver Surfer. And I think we're gonna see the rest of the end credit scene in this movie in Fantastic Four at the very end. And it's gonna tease Doctor Doom coming, right? We're actually gonna see Doctor Doom for the first time in Fantastic Four, I hope. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Thunderbolts. I hope y'all enjoyed my review of the Thunderbolts, and I would strongly recommend you see this movie. And if you have, what did you think of this movie? So, what did you think of this movie? Because I loved it, but what did you guys think? And if you've enjoyed this review, please subscribe, like, and share this video. And I hope you have a great day. And thank you so much for watching. And God bless you guys. And I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.